alongside American Fork High School for High School Rewind's coverage of the 2015 Utah Elite Eight Basketball Tournament, brought to you on highschoolrewind.com. I am Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us. Our matchup in the second game here on Saturday, Olympus and Layton. Layton is a team that struggled throughout the gates to get things going. Julian Blackman is still injured, probably won't play today. But last night it was Dallin Watts that played really, really well down the stretch, hit a number of big shots for the Lancers, and we hope that he plays well again today. But I think we see another person step up and play well for Layton, because that's what they're going to need night in and night out. Jacoby Kemp played really well in the first game, but last night it was about Dallin Watts. Taking a look at Olympus. Olympus had a tough start to the tournament, but yesterday got things going a little bit better as they continue to look to find more people to step up and play well. They have a young freshman, Mr. Dowdle, number 32, who does not lack for aggressiveness or confidence. He played really well in the tournament. Miles Keller, number 23, has had two very strong games. Yesterday was a defensive game. He is a sharp shooter from the outside that can get things done on the inside as well. But you know, our two teams, a couple of players to look out for. We'll talk about a lot more throughout the broadcast, but we're ready for tip-off. You are watching High School Rewind's coverage of the 2015 Utah Elite Eight Basketball Tournament on highschoolrewind.com. Monson, Wagstaff, Fox, Lindsay, and Keller starting for Coach Matt Barnes. Here's Matt Lindsay. And Dallin Watts with a rip on the opening possession. Watts goes the other way. A 1-2, and a bucket. Still in a layup for Dallin Watts. Yesterday he hit 5 threes. Sent out to Fox. Fox in the corner, Keller for 3. Lindsay with a backside board. Nate Fox off the mark. And it's Jacoby Kemp with the board. Now Dallin Watts feeling confident. Watts has got 5 points to start. Mentioned he got it going yesterday. The first game of the tournament, he was in foul trouble. Never got into an offensive rhythm. Monson misses the three-point attempt. Obrey clears down the floor with Boston Armitstead. Cross to Clayton. Clayton loses the handle. And it's Lindsay up the floor. Fall away, Jay crawls off. Jacoby Kemp with another rebound. Quickly with Armitstead. Obrey. Chandler Obrey gets the friendly roll, and it's a 7-0 start for Layton. Wagstaff had a nice day yesterday getting to double figures. Monson loses it on the drive, and Jacoby Kemp gets it ahead to Dallin Watts. Coach Barnes frustrated with the start. His Titans, they've struggled out of the gates in all 3 games now. 3 from Kemp, long rebound, tracked down, and stay with the Lancers. Here's Armitstead. Now Chandler Obrey. And Chandler Obrey with 4 points to start. It's Obrey and Watts 9, Olympus 0. 5:46 remaining in the first quarter. Out of the timeout. See what Coach Barnes put together. In the corner, Miles Keller. Pass off the mark from Monson. Turnover, and we'll go down the floor with the Lancers. Here's Clayton. Up top with Kemp. We should have a foul, almost a travel. But it'll be free throw, no call on the floor. Inbound to Kemp. And Jacoby keeps the run going, 11-2. The Lancers. Adam Larson terminates and sends out to Hogan. Oscar gives it up. Here's Mr. Dowdle, the freshman. And now Miles Keller. Drop it into Bell. And Bell has that ball picked up by Watts, saved into Clayton. Watts for 3. Watts has got 2 in the first quarter. 8 points for Dallin Watts. 14-0 the start for Layton. Dowdle up top with Larson. Coach Barnes got to find some answers here. Who's going to step up and get some scoring going? On Thursday night, it was Dowdle. Nice move by Larson. Loses the handle. Gets it into Bell. Bell can't keep it. It's out of bounds off of Dallin Watts, and will stay here with Olympus. Keller gets it in to Larson. Larson sent out to Keller. Dowdle's got that kind of range. Send out to Keller. Now along the baseline. Nice feed inside the Bell. Can't hang on the run now with Armitstead. Watts, nice find to Clayton. Watts again for three. 3 threes in the quarter for Dallin Watts. He might want to transfer to American Fork. Nice move by Bell on the drought ends for Olympus. 11 points in a quarter for Dallin Watts. Jacoby along the baseline, reverse it, and no, it rolls off. On the run now with Hogan. Hogan gets it to Keller. Oscar along the baseline as it poked away by Armitstead, out of bounds off of Obrey, and will stay here. Here's Wagstaff. 3 goes in and out. Rebound to Watts. We see number 4 on this possession. Watts sizing up Lindsay. Sends out to Armitstead. Kemp. Hands back to Clayton. Been a fast, furious start for the Lancers. Watts looking for his 4th. He's short on it. And now Monson fouled on the rebound. So first personal foul on Dallin Watts. We only got 2 fouls here in the quarter. 1 on each team. Monson outside to Lindsay. Lindsay now to Larson. And Larson knocks down a long-range shot. Adam Larson had a triple yesterday. Look inside to Jacoby Camp. Fall away one-hander. Nice shot from Jacoby. 4 points in the quarter. Minute 40 on a rolling clock in the first. Lindsay with the blow-by. Can't finish. Tipped up and in by Isaac Monson. Here's Armitstead. He'll pull for 3. Off the mark. Saved in by Obrey. Picked up by Monson. Isaac cross-court Fox in the corner to Lindsay. Matt Lindsay short. And the rebound taken by Armitstead. Inside to Kemp. Can't handle it. And we'll go back to Olympus. Inside to Larson, working on Watts. Watson spin base, lays it up, and it crawled out. I don't know how the ball came out. I've had a couple times that happened this morning. Watts outside Armitstead. Watts along the baseline, lost the handle, and caught on Watts. Called it, yes they did. And we'll go the other way with Olympus. .23 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Here's Nate Fox. Now Lindsay. Looking for the final shot of the quarter. 10 seconds now on the clock. Watts shoots the gap, gets the rip, and the first quarter gives up to Kemp, who goes up. As Jacoby Kemp Hammers it home, and that's an exclamation point on the first quarter. Defined by Watts' three-pointers, but Jacoby Kemp with the hammer, and it's 21-7 Layton at the end of one. Start of the second quarter. See if Layton can remain hot. Watts pulls for three. Dallin Watts with 4 threes in the first half. He has 4 of 5 from downtown, and it's a 24-7 lead for Layton. For Dallin Watts, there's some mornings you wake up and you just feel it. And right now, if you're playing the old NBA Live, the star icon underneath him is just bouncing back and forth. Larson, oh, nice take and finish. Adam Larson with 5 points in the quarter, or pardon me, in the half. Armitstead going at Monson. Nice rip by Fox. And we got a foul on Monson. Inbound into Kemp. Monson with him. Kemp will walk it to the top and give it up to Hansen. Now over to Watts. See if he gets one over the top of Monson. Watts now into Kemp. Double comes. Larson, nice defense. Hansen floats it up. No. Can't get his own putback out to Armitstead. Leaves it for Kemp. Jacoby was hoping for a foul call. Didn't get it. Rebound to Larson. Fox for three. Leaves it short in the rebound. Taken by Blake Hansen. Quickly ahead to Libby. Libby can't finish, but he's fouled. It'll be 2 free throws coming the way of Mr. Libby. Bailey and Obrey come on for Coach Miller as Armitstead and Jacoby Kemp get a break. Short bench today for the Layton Lancers. Understand it's ACT day. Got a lot of guys trying to move on to college. Good on them. Drop it in to Larson. Backing Libby down. Fall away. Won't go. Now on the run with the Lancers. Blake Hansen. Oh, nice crossover. Hansen finishes. Beautiful crossover from Blake Hansen. And a three from Dowdle. Quickly become one of my favorite players in the state of Utah. Young freshman. I mean, just no fear. Here's Libby. Drop it in Obrey. Obrey send out to Hansen. Rebound still loose, and it's Larson clearing it. Up the floor now with Dowdle. See what he does in the open floor. Killer crossover, fall away, 1-footer, no. Oh, it made the highlight reel. Down the floor, Watts transition three. That one's well off the mark. Now 4-6 from downtown. On the run with Keller. Monson will trigger for three. On the run, Blake Hansen. And it won't go, and he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Second one drops.
And it's now 29-12. Keller for three. That ball goes in and out. It's got a lid from downtown. Quickly on the run with Ben Bailey in the corner to Hansen. And kick ball will stay here. Up top with Libby. Obrey being guarded by Lindsay. Send out to Clayton. Jaron Clayton. Oh, that ball thought I was going in. Quickly down the floor now, Dowdle. Here's Bell. Send out, now Dowdle. Thought about three. Now Lindsay on the drive. Too strong. And the rebound goes off of Layton. I thought it was off Layton. They're saying off Olympus. Yeah, the official corrects himself. And we'll stay here. Hogan outside to Keller. Keller straight away. Again, just ball's on line, won't fall, and we'll stay here with Olympus. Keller feeling it. Lindsay just won't drop. Out of bounds off of Layton. Will stay here once again. Keller, oh, nice find to Lindsay. Can't hold on to it. Nice defense from Clayton. And now up the floor we go, Ben Bailey. Now Obrey blocked by Lindsay. And Hansen fouled on the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. 19-point lead for the Lancers. We mentioned Olympus just been hard sledding offensively, a lot of mistakes being made. And we're going to go with Layton. 3:15 remaining in the first half. Up the floor with Ben Bailey. Back to Jacoby Kemp. Near side, Armitstead. Bailey triggers for 3. Too much on it. We'll go the other way with Olympus. The Titans got to get going. As they did yesterday, they were trailing, came back. Here's Dowdle. That ball rattles out. They wanted to get away from this hoop. The 245 can't click away fast enough for the Titans. And we got a loose ball foul on Miles Keller. Thought he had gotten ahead and got that ball loose, but get him with the foul. Kemp, fall away, Jay. No, Keller with the board. That was the first on Miles. Larson. Out of bounds off of Jacoby Kemp. Drop inside to Bell. Bell working on Obrey. Can't get it, gets his own board. And then we got a foul underneath. Keller gets it into Bell. Little junction jumper. And Ryan Bell gets on the board. 31-14, 2:15 remaining in the half. Armitstead to Clayton. Back to Jacoby Kemp. Leaves it short, and the rebound still loose, and Bell's got it. Hogan, give it up to Larson, and Larson lays it up and in. 7 points in the first half for Adam Larson. A foul on the drive. Obrey off on the first. Back rims the second. Rebound taken by Oscar Hogan. Bell gets it inside to Larson. Larson to Hogan. Here's Dowdle. Watts all over him. Oh, I didn't think it was a foul worthy, but Watts picks up the foul. His second personal foul, and it's the 14th foul on Layton. Keller looking inside to Bell, now up top to Larson. Larson fouled. Inside of the minute remaining in the first half. 50 seconds on a rolling clock. Hogan in the corner to Keller. And we got an offensive foul on Oscar Hogan. Up the floor with Boston Armitstead. 35 seconds on the rolling clock. Here's Kemp. Backing Bell down. Can't get it to go. Keller comes away with the board. Keller on the push. 25 seconds on the clock. Cross to Bell. Bell sends out to Dowdle. 15 seconds now. 10 seconds. Here's Keller, 5 seconds. Or pardon me, Larson. Down the lane, gets fouled. 2.5 remaining in the first half. Made the first, got another. Quickly ahead. Watts at the buzzer. And the Layton Lancers, powered by Dallin Watts' 4 threes in the first half, go into halftime with a 31-18 lead over Olympus. Tough first half for the Titans, but got things a little bit on track toward the end of the second quarter. Here's Lindsey outside to Miles Keller. See if this hoop's a little bit nicer to the 3 balls from Olympus. Watts tracks it down. Not to belabor it, Watts 4 threes in the first half, 3 in the first quarter. Got in a little bit of foul trouble and sat out the remainder of the half. His first 3 off the mark. Out of bounds off of Obrey, and we'll go down the floor with the Titans. Wild shot from Monson. Putting it down the floor with the Lancers. Drop it in, Jacoby Kemp. And wow. Let's spin a Rooney. He gets it to go. And it's a 15-point lead, 33-18. Quickly ahead, Armitstead. Shot off the mark from Obrey. Tracked down by Keller, ball still loose. Can't get it to go. And quickly ahead now with the Titans. Keller to Lindsey. Floated up, no. Rebound, grab by Clayton. Here's Dallin Watts. Armitstead. Here's Jacoby Kemp, looks inside to Chandler Obrey. Oh, nice move by Obrey. Lays it up and in. And a rip from Kemp ahead to Watts. Watts trying to get it through the defenders, loses the handle. And now up the floor with Fox. Fox to Keller. And now Isaac Monson. Send out Keller for 3. And just not his day. Speaking of Miles Keller. And now mass substitutions for Coach Barnes. Back down the floor with the Layton Lancers looking to extend their lead up 35-18. Here's Clayton. Drop it in to Kemp. Oh, nice move on Bell. And Jacoby Kemp misses the dunk. Terrific move. The finish didn't match. Fox crossed the Dowdle for 3. Back rim. Hogan for 3. And he finds the front. On the push now, Armitstead. Goes right at the young freshman. Doesn't finish. And it's a +1 on the putback for Jaron Clayton. And Clayton will go to the line looking to give Layton a 20-point lead. And it's a 20-point lead. Quickly down the floor, here's Dowdle. Let's get the clock rolling. 4:40 remaining here in the third quarter. Larson dropping inside to Bell. Oh, nice job moving out the ball, Adam Larson. And that gives Larson 11 points today. Had 9 in the first half. Obrey now to Clayton. Obrey gets the floater to go in the lane, and it's back up to a 20-point ball game, 40-20. Larson wasn't ready for that. He was directing the ball out as Hogan fires it into him. So inside of 4 minutes, here's Fox out to Dowdle. Now Bell. Up top with Fox. Bell fakes a pass to make a pass, and here's Larson. Sent out to Fox. Drive the lane, scoop it, and it rolls off. Foul will go on Clayton. It'll be 2 free throws for Nate Fox. Fox got the first. And the second. And a pass off the mark back to Clayton, and we'll stay with Olympus. Dowdle gets it into Hogan. Here's Fox. Dowdle looking into Bell. Oh, nice little shimmy shake. Fox drives the lane, sends out to Dowdle. Little floater in the lane, and Dowdle has 5 points here in the game. 40-24. Camp has the ball slapped away, but keeps the possession. Larson thought he had a steal. It's inside of 3 minutes, down to 2:55 on a rolling clock in the third quarter. Armitstead working on Dowdle. And we got a timeout, Coach Miller. So out of the timeout. Try to save that in, and Clayton ends up in the hands of Kemp. Obrey can't get the little floater in the lane to go. Now down the floor with the Titans. Here's Hogan. Here's Dowdle. Looking inside to Bell. Bell goes to his left hand, takes the bump from Obrey, and finishes. And Bell will go to the line looking for the three-point play.
3 points the old-fashioned way, but the Titans is number 23.
Now a 13-point game, 40-27. 2:15 remaining in the third quarter. Armitstead ahead to Watts. Been quiet here in the second half. Watts on the run. Pass behind Obrey. And we'll go the other way. Fox comes right back down the floor. Here's Keller. Miles Keller looking inside to Larson. Larson in the lane. Series of moves blocked by Kemp. Down the floor we go with Armitstead. Then we got a foul on Bell, trying to get to that entry pass to Kemp. Armitstead inside to Obrey. Nice job by Fox coming down, knocking that ball loose. Jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to Layton. Watts gets it into Obrey. Long range 2 doesn't go. Rebound to Dowdle. Nice move by Dowdle to the rim and finishes. 7 points on the afternoon for the young freshman. And it's an 11-point game, 40-29. Obrey picked up by Larson. Got numbers. Got Miles Keller on his left. Gets it to him. Keller to the rim. Can't finish, but followed up by Larson. And it's now a 9-point game. 53 seconds remaining in the third. Clayton flying down the lane to the rim. Too strong, and a rebound grabbed by Larson. Here's Dowdle. Shoots himself out, loses the ball out of bounds, and we'll go the other way. 40 seconds remaining in the quarter. And the ball picked off by Larson. That was out of bounds. They didn't call it. Fox for three. Can't get it, and Watts comes away with the board. Somewhat of poetic justice. That ball it bounced out of bounds. Here's Armitstead. Drop it into Kemp, working on Bell. Get some separation. Bell with the block from behind. Fox cross to Keller. Send out to Fox. He'll drive the base, feed it to Larson. Larson left hand and in. 7-point game, 40-33, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Count if it goes, and it's just off the mark. And at the end of three, it's the Lancers 40, the Titans 33. We will start with Olympus. 13-0 run to end the third quarter. Dowdle in the corner. Larson to Keller for three, and Miles Keller rings the bell from deep, and it's a Titan triple, and it's a 4-point ball game. Quickly down the floor, here's Hansen. And we got a foul, and that goes on Miles Keller, his second, team's third. And we got a foul away from the ball, and we'll go the other way with Olympus. And the foul goes on Jacoby Kemp as Nate Fox hit the deck. Dowdle down to Keller. Here's Matt Lindsay. Now to Fox, Dowdle. You got Kemp with him. Now Miles Keller, a deep three off the mark, and a rebound taken by Watts. Dowling down the lane, and we got a foul. Lob into Kemp, loses the handle. Bell picks it up, gives it up to Fox. Here's Keller. Wisely backs it out. Dowdle for three. Off the mark, rebound, off the hands of Keller. No, say out of bounds off of Layton, and we will stay here. Keller got to get it in. That goes off of Lindsay. No, we'll say off Armitstead. Keller drop it in to Bell. Bell going to work. Up and under to the rim and in. 2-point game. That ball out of bounds off of Olympus. Watts just does get that into Obrey. Foul on Lindsay. That's his third. Watts will come out for Ben Bailey. 6:18 remaining in the fourth quarter. And it's an 18-0 run that has us being a 2-point game. It was an 18-point deficit in our first game of the day. Mountain Crest gave up the lead and lost in overtime to Davis. And this one was a 20-point game as Chandler Obrey hits a long-range two, and Layton gets their first point since going up 40-20. Here's Dowdle. Up top to Bell. Now Fox. Drop it in to Lindsay. Dowdle for three. Off the mark, and a rebound is taken by Lindsay. Now to Keller. His second of the quarter. Miles Keller. And it's a 1-point game. 42-41. Three on the way from Armitstead. And it's 45-41, 5:15 on a rolling clock. Drop it into Bell. Bell, oh, nice feed inside. Fox couldn't finish. Turner with the board, now on the run with Armitstead. 5 minutes remaining now. Armitstead down the lane, right hand and in. A quick spurt from Layton and a timeout taken by Coach Barnes. Full timeout, we'll take it with him. 4:51 remaining in the fourth quarter. Lancers 47, Titans 41. Out of the timeout. Little 7-1 spurt for Layton. Here's Wagstaff. We've seen a lot of him in the second half. Adam Larson, leading scorer this afternoon for Olympus. And he extends his scoring lead on his team. And Adam Larson with a bucket. It's 47-43. Ben Bailey breaking the press on the dribble. Watson on the floor. He's been quiet in the second half after exploding in the first half. So it'll be free throws remainder of the way for Layton. Ryan Bell out with Jacoby Kemp. Drop it in, Obrey working on Larson. Over the top, couldn't get it to go. Rebound loose and taken by Oscar Hogan. Hogan on the push. Keller looking for Larson, a little too hot to handle. And we'll go the other way. I know Coach Barnes will watch this, but one of my favorite coaches in the state. He's so intense without being demonstrative. That ball out of bounds off of Oscar Hogan, and we'll stay with Layton. And that ball picked up by Larson. Hogan now in the corner to Keller. Working around, here's Bell. Now to Wagstaff. Wagstaff, he'll drive the baseline. He's fouled by Bailey, be on the floor. The 15th foul on Layton. Wagstaff to Hogan. Keller drop it into Larson. Working on Armitstead. Cycle back around to Wagstaff outside. Now into Bell working on Kemp. Bell now to Wagstaff. And it's a one-point game. Quickly down the floor. Armitstead. Oh, nice crossover down the lane and finish. Well done by Boston Armitstead. 49-46, 3:05 remaining in the fourth quarter. We got a foul on the floor, and that is the 16th foul on Layton. Three minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Here's Larson. Outside, Wagstaff just hit that three. Up top with Hogan. Here's Larson. Continuing to drive. Picked off by Obrey. Now down the floor with Armitstead. Can the Lancers capitalize? Armitstead down the lane. It'll be a foul on Larson. And it'll be free throws coming the way of Boston Armitstead. Called on the shot. It'll be 2 free throws. And the second free throw is good. 50-46. 2:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. Wagstaff. Keller now on the angle with Hogan. Lob it in to Bell, a little too strong. Keller saves it into Bell. Fly by from Kemp, got the block anyway. Obrey had knocked the ball loose. Armitstead trapped in the corner. He gets out somehow. Hogan ran away and he could have trapped him. Down the floor with the Lancers. 2:10 remaining in the ballgame. Armitstead. Clayton for three. And it's a rebound to Bell. Hogan on the push. Ahead to Keller. Cross to Wagstaff. Back rimmed. And a rebound to Dallin Watts. Olympus cannot get over the hump. Had it down to 1. Trailed by 20. Since going down 20, the game is 26-10 in favor of Olympus. Watts trapped up top, now to Kemp. Bell with him. Layton trying to milk this clock down. Not looking for a shot either. Remember, no shot clock in high school basketball. They can just run around without having to put a shot up. Kemp, nice find inside to Obrey, and Obrey fouled. And foul will go to Larson, I believe. It'll be 2 free throws for Chandler Obrey. Second off the mark as well. Larson tracks it down. Up the floor we go with Hogan. Hogan, Larson, Monson, Wagstaff, and Keller on the floor for Coach Barnes. Hogan in the corner to Keller. Watts, Kemp, Obrey, Clayton, and Armitstead on for Coach Miller. 45 seconds, trailing by 4. Drop it inside to Larson. Larson around Armitstead. Gets some room, gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Fire up full court. Obrey now across to Armitstead. 35 seconds remaining. Trap comes. Here's Clayton. Now to Watts. And Watts fouled by Nate Fox. Titans ball out of the timeout. Quickly up the floor now with Nate Fox. Fox. Send out. Wagstaff for 3. Wagstaff nails it. The Titans just will not go away. 18.7 remaining, and it's 52-51 Layton. Clayton's pass into Jacoby Kemp. Thought he was out of bounds and didn't. Here's Clayton. Foul by Monson. It'll be 2 free throws coming away of Clayton. Got the second. 54-51. Here we go. Fox ahead to Wagstaff. He's got the hot hand. Now Larson. Here's Keller. Straight away, blocked by Watts. Got him with the foul. Thought that's a good call. Watts got him. And it'll be 3 free throws for Miles Keller with 4.5 remaining. This one to tie us up at 54. 4.5 remaining. Layton has 2 timeouts. Olympus has 1. And it goes in. We're tied at 54. Been a long journey to be tied. We mentioned it was 40-20. Watts lobs into Kemp. Ahead to Armitstead. Across to Watts for the win. And we head to overtime. That took a little extra work to get there, but Olympus ties us up, and we go to overtime for the second consecutive game. Start of overtime. And we start with Olympus. Wagstaff, drop it in to Larson. Wagstaff for 3, his third. Had 2 in the fourth, now to open overtime. And we're double bonus free throws for Clayton on the other end of the floor. The second rolls in just barely. 57-56, the lead for Olympus. Up the floor with Fox. Monson. Here's Wagstaff. Larson being hounded by Obrey and then Clayton. Goes down the baseline, send over to Fox. And Fox can't get the 3 to go. Keller with the board and put back. Miles Keller extends the lead back to 3, 59-56, 3:10 on a rolling clock. Down the floor with Boston Armitstead. Armitstead over to Watts. Watts been quiet since that first half. Armitstead working on Fox. Gets to the hole, can't finish, and the rebound to Isaac Monson. Now Fox on the push. Keller cycled around to Wagstaff, put it on the floor, floated up, and it rolls off. It'll be 2 free throws coming away of Mr. Wagstaff. Gets them both. 61-56, 2:38 remaining in overtime. Bailey trapped, the ball picked up by Larson, and Larson lays it in. The way things change. And now Armitstead has it ripped away by Larson. Larson sent out to Fox, now to Monson for the dagger. And it rolls off, and a rebound taken by Obrey, now ahead to Armitstead. Trying to get up by 10 with that 3. Down the floor we go. Armitstead working on Fox. No Dallin Watts, he's fouled out. Clayton. Now Obrey. Timeout taken by Coach Miller. 1:56 remaining in overtime, and it's a 7-point lead. Out of the timeout, Hanson up top to Armitstead. Trailing by 7. Armitstead step back, then he get a shot off. Trapped by Monson. And now Clayton will get up to the top. Try to get into Kemp. He's fouled by Larson. And it'll be 2 free throws coming by Jacoby Kemp. And the second. Olympus breaking the press. Here's Fox. Give it up to Wagstaff, who lays it up and in. Breaks it. Here's Obrey. And Obrey fouled by Monson. And it'll be 2 free throws for Chandler Obrey. Just the depth of Olympus winning out. As Obrey back rims his second. Quickly up the floor now, Wagstaff. Wagstaff in the corner to Fox, up top to Keller. 1:15 on a rolling clock, and Keller backs it out and hands off to Fox. And now foul by Jacoby Kemp. And it'll be Miles Keller going to the line to shoot 2. Missed the first. Hits the second. 4 of his last 5 from the stripe. 1:05 on a rolling clock here in overtime. 66-59, the lead for Olympus. Fall away 3 from Armitstead off the mark. Larson with the board, and that should all but do it. Keller will bring it into the front court. 50 seconds now on the clock. Send over to Fox. Now Wagstaff. And now the foul to Blake Hanson. And it'll be 2 free throws for Nate Fox. And Fox missed the first. He's got 1 more. Gets the second. 8-point ball game, 40 seconds remaining here in overtime. Armitstead along the baseline, leaves it for Chandler Obrey. Left that a little short. And now the foul, Wagstaff will go down and shoot free throws. Gets the second. Quickly up the floor, Armitstead. Nice take to the hole and finish. Timeout taken by Coach Miller. Out of the timeout, Keller fouled by Clayton. Keller hits the first and the second. 71-60. Quickly down the floor, Hanson swatted away by Isaac Monson. Here's Jacoby Kemp. And it goes. Full timeout taken by Coach Miller. Olympus ball. And Obrey fouls Larson. And Adam Larson will go down the other end of the floor and shoot 2 free throws for the Lancers. Makes them both 73-62. Final seconds. Kemp off the mark. Still just want this game to get out. There we go. Monson takes a fury of stabs. And that'll do it. Olympus erases a 20-point deficit to come back to win 73-62. Stay tuned for our post-game wrap-up. And welcome back in American Fork High School, 73-62 the win. Olympus coming back 20 points down to knock off Layton. And in back-to-back games here in the final day of the Elite Eight tournament, teams blowing leads and going into overtime. A big comeback, our high school rewind player of the game going to be Adam Larson. Scored 23 points in this ball game. Had a terrific game for Olympus and a team that struggled offensively most of the day. It was Travis Wagstaff hitting threes in the fourth quarter, helped spark things. Miles Keller got going 3-point wise, and Olympus just kind of hung around and made their charge. Where Layton offensively started to die down a little bit as really the beginning of the game was Dallin Watts hitting 3-pointers. He was 4 of 6 in the first half. Second half didn't have one, and so things kind of changed offensively for the Lancers, unable to find some answers as they continue to try to learn more about themselves here in the beginning part of the year. And tough to do when you're playing against as tough a competition as they played here at the Utah Elite Eight. But as it was a great learning moment for Coach Barnes, he knew he'd scheduled a tough preseason schedule, and his team looks really, really good as region play will come up in a few weeks. But they are rolling and playing very, very well. Speaking of Olympus, they're starting out slow, but they finished this game and did a great job erasing that 20-point deficit. And again, our final score is going to be 73-62 Olympus over Layton. Our high school rewind player of the game, Adam Larson. For Vince Francis, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us, and continue to follow our coverage of the 2015 Utah Elite Eight basketball tournament right here on highschoolrewind.com.